Hi, this is Joe A. Tour, and today we are in Bamberg. We are on a little field trip, and we're going to go inside the dome, and we'll see what there is to see here. Bamberg is a beautiful city, and we'll see some more of the city later on, but right now we're going to start with the dome. Before we go inside, we're just going to see a little bit of this outside because it's really, really pretty. Bamberg itself is just gorgeous. Look at this portal. They're working on these towers. It's a gorgeous day in Bamberg. These blue skies. So we're inside the dome in Bamberg. This magnificent church. It's quite old. I think it's around 1,000 years old. I'll put more information, I'll link to it in the description. It's really pretty. It's rather bare. Very gothic. I love the candelabra here. Beautiful organ. Let's come over here to this nave. This is gorgeous. This monochromatic wooden carved altar. This is quite interesting back in here too, at this altar. I wish I could come in here. Let's zoom in. Very different looking. I don't think I've ever seen an altar like this. But look at the ceiling, the plasterwork. There's lots of tours going on in here. And here's some old painting here on the walls. I don't know about these Stations of the Cross. They don't look like they're that old. But they do have these old paintings on the walls. This organ, the carvings around it are just gorgeous. So let's see what's back here on this end. The painting up at the top. So that's the crypt down there. That looks like that's for special services, and we won't go down in there. So I think this is enough for inside of here right now, and we'll see you outside. Okay, we're at St. Jakobus now in Bamberg, and this church is part of the Camino. If you're going through Germany, you can see here's the routes that go through Germany. And we've got this nice old shell here. So let's go inside the church and see what they have here. I gotta fix the camera, hold on. Okay, let's go into the church and see what St. Jakobus has for us today. This is a very lovely plain, sort of plain church. But the front, the choir area looks really pretty. So let's go up here and see this. We won't spend a lot of time in here because there's lots of other things to see in Bamberg. But I think if you're going to walk the whole way from Bamberg down to Santiago de Compostela, you can stop here. This is really pretty here. A little organ up there. Kind of interesting old paintings on the walls. Let's see who's back here. This looks like St. Catherine with her wheel. There's St. Sebastian full of arrows. This is a place for prayer, but there's nobody in here. But I like this old organ. Wow. So lots of things to see here in Bamberg. All these churches are up on a hill. We bought a day pass for $4.50 per person. And we've used the bus 3 times now, just going from church to church. So, we'll see you when we get back down into Bamberg or in the next church. Bye. There's so many little bridges in Bamberg. With the weather pretty like this, I mean, it's October and it's just lovely. Blue skies, it's perfect weather for sightseeing. I'm here with the river. So we're staying on the Bishop Bridge here. You can see this is just really pretty. You can see the churches up here and have timbered houses. We're about 300 meters from the Rathaus, that typical kind of half-timbered look picture that we always see of Bamberg, and we'll see that later. So we're looking at this, and then we come up over here and go over the bridge, and there you go. Thanks, bus. And that's the Alte Rathaus over there. Okay, we're now at the Obererfark Kirche. This is supposed to be the most meaningful Gothic church in Bamberg, built in the 1380s. So let's go and see what this looks like inside. Wow. This is pretty beautiful. Let's go around so we can see it all. Let's go ahead and walk down the middle. Look at the ceiling all painted. This is gorgeous. And the sides. Whoa, look at this pretty organ. This is stunning. Wow. I like the figures up here and the arches. The 3D figures with the legs and stuff hanging out. like I can't get through here, so I'm gonna have to go up here and come back around. We have time to admire the ceiling again. There seems to be a lot of churches here in Bamberg. So let's get down through this way. These are pretty cool looking over here on the sides. These are different. They're not like a usual altar. Or this one. These are some pretty special looking pews. Maybe for royalty? They're very decorative. I don't want to keep saying stunning or magnificent. Let's say opulent. Ceiling here is pretty well painted too. I can get really close to the altar here because we're going around the back of the choir. Goodness gracious. Well, I'm without words because I don't know what to say about any more of these. I don't know what that is. I don't know why she's in there. I don't think it's just a relic. But there might be. This is pretty. I don't know what this is either. This is a really old altar that looks like it needs to be cleaned. And we're back around on the other side of the altar again, main altar. You can see all the gold. Confessional. So this is different. I've never seen this before, where they got the Stations of the Cross in the floor. There's the baptismal font. Look at St. Michael over here with his dragon. There's St. Kunigunda. Like something's missing in here. So, let's get this over here. That's pretty. well made. I'm not real sure who did it or if it's new. It looks like it's kind of new, but also not super new. And these are people from Bamberg that died in World War I. Mainly. There's some from World War II also. So, this is it for in here. We'll go to another church and do some more Bamberg in a little bit. Bye. We're now inside St. Stephen's. This also began back around the year 1000. It's been renovated a bunch of different times. It's really pretty with all this white and the plaster. Very different looking to other churches that we've seen today. Fantastic organ. This church is not a Catholic church anymore. It's a Protestant church. The white plasterwork is quite different from some of the other churches that we've seen. The altars and the capstones. So, let's move on. Oh, we'll just get a quick view of the altar here. See you soon. This is St. Stephen's. This is a Protestant church. We're going to go inside. So, stay with me. And we're standing on the bridge looking at the Rathaus. This is the view that everybody wants to see. So we're here on the river where it's all kind of being dammed and all rough and everything. And then we'll go over to so we can see the painted walls of the Rathaus. It's just gorgeous. Let's look over here at where the water's coming. This is the water coming through the dam. That's why it's so rough on the other side. So we're standing right on the bridge. Ta-da! Let's go over to the other side. Okay, we're now here at the Alte Rathaus in Bamberg, and we're going to go over here so we can see these beautiful painted walls. There's lots of tourists here, to be honest, here for October. Lots of Viking cruises. So look at that. Isn't that cool? I love this. So we were just over there on that bridge looking at this right here. So we were over here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Wouldn't it be fun if they did this to buildings today? I think it would be. So, Klaus Stauffenberg. Yeah. Come up here. So here's this side of the Rathaus. The fancy schmancy stuff. And over here, the painted walls. There we go. So 1500s. Can you see the child up here in the middle? And then down here, there's a leg. Let's see if we can zoom in. There's the leg. So pretty. This is when we really like October. What's fun is this little dragon water spout over here. Right up here. So, let's move on. So we're down here on one of the streets, walking through Bamberg. These buildings are so pretty. And then over here, at this place here, we have all these guys with the black hats on and the black outfits. And they're all like journeyman apprentices. It's called Gehen auf der Walze. And then they wander around for a couple years and they don't get paid for doing what they do. They have a little book, and every place they work, it gets signed. And then when they're done, they're considered a master tradesperson. So there's all different kinds of trades you can do this in. And if you've done this, you're like really well wanted. You're not allowed to go home. They sing for their supper. It's just kind of neat. So if you see them wandering around any city you're in Germany, and I think in France too, possibly Belgium, Netherlands, they've always got these black corduroy pants on, a white shirt, a black vest, and these have lots of buttons, and they have a black hat. So, auf die Walze. We're standing out in like a marketplace here in Bamberg, and everybody's eating, everybody's buying stuff to go shopping for dinner, flowers, and we're here in front of St. Martin's. So since we're here, we might as well go see it. All these ancient old churches are just magnificent, and when you think about how they had to make them back in the day. Wow. Interesting ceiling. This is pretty baroque and opulent. Over here on this side so we don't disturb anybody that's praying, since this is a church. Let's go down this way. These pews are pretty. We got an organ up there too. Those are the fanciest confessional booths I've ever seen, but they're also pretty open. That's all painted, like a 3D kind of dome thing. The organ. So, we're gonna go back outside. See you soon. Okay, it's time to leave Bamberg. It's super, super windy. They're expecting a big storm, so we're gonna go ahead and go. But look what a pretty morning it is, even with all the wind. So thank you for joining me on my tour today and yesterday in Bamberg. And we'll see you again soon. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Bye.